Hey guys, my name is Michael and I'm the designer of Misdirection. In this video I'll be showing you how to set up a game and how to play a game. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on the Kickstarter itself or through our Facebook page. I hope you enjoy. Thanks. So we're going to play a 3-player game of Misdirection. This is generally what a setup would look like. At the start of the game you would shuffle the enemy cards, all the different enemy cards, and then you deal one out in the middle of the table. Normally it should be random, but for the point of this video, we're just going to deal with the skeleton, which is the basic enemy. His ability is attacks the player that does not perform an action for 1 damage. So, we've got yellow player, red player, and blue player. Just for the sake of this video, everyone has a different coloured cube. Normally they will be all red to indicate your health. When you run out of health, you are out of the game. All players get dealt a card, and this card. They'll always have 1 card in their hand. For the sake of this video, we're going to turn all these cards over, but normally you would keep them in secret. And this is an interesting deal. So 2 players have no action, and 1 player has a reverse the turn order. So, we're going to start with the yellow player going first. So on the yellow player's turn, they pick up a card, and they're going to play this one, which is misdirect to a player of your choice. You're going to misdirect to the blue player. So misdirect chooses which player goes next. So the blue player picks up a card. He's going to play this one here, which is steal a life point from the previous player. The previous player being the yellow one, he takes one of those life points over. Alright, so now it's back to the yellow player. So turn order starts clockwise, but it can change throughout the game. So yellow player picks up a card. He's going to say, choose a player, they must reveal their card to you. So yellow wants to know what blue's got. So, what red has even. So red would show that player that card. And yellow would go, okay, easy. So now it's a red player's turn. Red would pick up a card, and he'd say, all players pass their card along to the next player. Okay? So the next player goes in the direction of the turn order, like that. And the blue player goes, great, you gave me one of these. And the red player goes, I don't care, I wanted to get rid of it. But he got one in return. It's back over to the blue player. The blue player picks up a card and goes, misdirect to a player of your choice. He's going to go back to the red player because he wants to turn again. So the red player picks up a card. He's going to skip the next player. Sometimes a skip could be good. So it goes back over to the yellow player. The yellow player picks up the card. He's going to skip the red player just for payback. It's now the blue player's turn. The blue player is going to play block the enemy attack because it's an action. He doesn't lose any life. It's back over to the yellow player. The yellow player is going to play force the player of your choice to play the card in their hand. This does not change the turn order. So yellow knows what red has, so he's going to force him to play that. And then red would pick up a new card. Now it's red's turn again, because it doesn't change the turn order. So red would pick up, and he's going to play this one, which is the next player must play the card in their hand before picking up a new card. So red knowing blue had this one, blue loses a life, and then he picks up a card. But that was a forced play, so that's his turn. Goes back over to yellow, reverse the turn order, and he picks up this one, which is previous player must reveal their card to you and only you. So yellow wants to know what blue has, so blue has to show. Because he was the previous player, he last played a card. Back over to red. Red's got a crappy hand here, so red would play a no action, he's got no choice, and he would lose a life. Now it's blue. Blue's going to play this one, he goes, the next player must reveal their card to you, so yellow would show blue what they have. And it's back over to yellow. Yellow's going to go, alright, I'm going to misdirect over to blue. Blue would pick up a card. He's obviously going to play block the enemy attack. It's back over to yellow again. And he's going to play this one, which is all players pass their card to the previous player. Alright, so yellow, hoping to get something good, passes this over here, and that's it. Alright, so now it's red's turn. Swap your card with the previous player or no action. So the previous player is yellow, but he doesn't want to play no action, so he's going to swap cards. So literally they just swap cards like that, and they look at each other and go, what the hell, why'd you give me this? It's back over to blue. Blue's going to reverse the turn order. So now it's red's turn next. Alright, red picks up a card. he knows what he gave yellow earlier. And you go, the next player must play the card they pick up immediately. So this is yellow's turn. He's going to go, all players pass their card along to the next hand. Next player, sorry. So they go in turn order, they go back to here. It's back over to blue. Blue picks up a card, no action. Blue sighs and goes, alright, fine, you can have that. Now it's red's turn again. Now red doesn't know what to do here because he knows he gave yellow a no action, so he's going to do swap your card with the previous player. So now blue gets that one, red gets that one, red goes, what the hell, man? Yellow picks up this card, he's going to, obviously he's going to play block the enemy attack. It is blue's turn. He's going to play this one here, which is the previous player has their turn again, not changing direction. So it's back over to yellow. He's going to misdirect to a player of his choice, which is going to be red, because he doesn't want blue to have another turn. Red would pick this up, and red goes, you know what, I'm just going to skip you anyway, go back over to blue. Blue picks up this card. Yeah, he's going to go, thanks for that, but I'm going to skip red and go over to yellow. Then he goes, yeah, you've got a turn. But you've got a good card as well. So yellow picks up this one and he goes, I'm going to steal a life point from blue, because I remember you being a jerk. Blue's turn goes like this. And he's got two of the same, so he's just going to go, oh, I have to play one of these. He's going to swap the card with the next player. The next player is red. So red gets rid of a no action. Now red's turn. Red picks up a card, he goes, skip the next player, stealing one life and reversing the turn order. So he's going to play that. So he's going to skip this guy, take one of his lives, and it's back over to blue, but it's reversed the turn order. So next is yellow. So it's blue's turn now. Blue's just going to reverse the turn order. So it actually goes back to red here. Red's going to play, the next player must play the card in their hand before picking up a new card. Yellow has to play this card. He loses a life and then he picks up a new card. Now it's back over to blue. So blue picks up a card on his turn. He's going to play block the enemy attack because he doesn't want to get hit. Red's turn now. He's going to repeat the enemy attack, enemy card. Repeat the last action played, so that's a block. And now it's yellow's turn. Yellow's getting the rough end of the sword here. He's going to play a no action. He's going to lose a life. So now it's blue's turn again. Now the next player must play the card they pick up immediately. He's going to play that. So red has to play this card they pick up immediately, which is still one life from the player of their choice. Now remember that blue was trying to stuff him up. He's going to take one of the blue's life. Now we're out of action cards. So what we do, we shuffle them all together. And when we shuffle the action card and reset it, every player loses a life. The yellow player's turn. They know what they've got, but he's not going to play that anyway, and red will show his card to yellow. It's blue's turn now. Blue goes, ah, sugar. No action. Blue is out of the game. Now red has 5 lives and yellow has 1. So it's red's turn. He's just going to play that, even though he knows that he's got no action. He's got to misdirect to the red player. So it's back to the red player's turn. He's going to block the enemy attack. The yellow player picks up a card. He's just going to swap cards again, because it doesn't really matter at this point here. I've lost this. So it's red's turn. Red's going to swap the card with the previous player, which happened to be the yellow player. Now it's yellow's turn. He's going to reverse the turn order. Doesn't really do much in this game right now. It's red's turn. He's going to skip the next player and have another turn. And he's going to steal 1 life point from the previous player. The yellow player is out. The red player wins. Throughout the game you might have noticed this little white asterisk on the cards. Generally, if you have a 2-player game, these cards are removed from the deck and are not played in a 2-player game because they cause a little bit of a stalemate. So in a 2-player game, the cards marked with the white asterisks are removed from the game. But that's how Misdirection plays. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can back us on Kickstarter. Thank you.